Hey, this is Randy from RT Customs. I'm going to show you how to put a decal on the headstock of your guitar. First thing you need to do is either buy a decal, which you can get online. No forgeries, please. This will be for no selling your Squire as a real Fender. But you can buy Fender decals, Gibson, all the major brands, or you can make your own. If you're going to make your own, first thing you need to do is get some decal paper. You can get that online anywhere, office stores, whatever. And just use your printer, print out whatever you want. I've got some of my logos here. I've got some serial numbers printed. And what you need to do is get that printed out, and then whatever you're gonna paint your guitar with, lacquer or poly, you need to cover that first. Because if you don't, it's gonna come off when you go to put it on. Don't ask me how I know. So I've printed out my logo. I've got it covered with lacquer, which I'm gonna use. And then you need to have a base of lacquer on the guitar. And you need to have this sanded smooth to about 1500 grit. Any lines or divots or anything underneath the decal are going to show through and be highlighted by the decal. Next thing you need to do is cut the decal out. You want as little as possible surrounding the decal so you have less clear showing, and it'll make the decal more visible. All right, we've got our decal made. We've got lacquer on there. We've got lacquer on the guitar. It's dry, it's sanded to about 1500 grit. You can go more if you want. You're gonna need some warm water nearby, and you're gonna wanna figure out where the decal goes before you wet it and put it on there. All right, we've got our decal. It's got lacquer on it, so we won't lose the ink. It's dry. The headstock has got lacquer on there. It's been sanded smooth, so there's no imperfections in there. You want to get a good idea of where you want it before you start, so you're not fumbling around. Remember, you're going to have tuning keys in here. You're going to have a string tree in here possibly, so get a good idea of where you want it first. And then when you're ready to go, drop it in the water. Make sure it's covered. It's going to take about a minute. Eventually you'll see the decal start to come off. Once it starts to come off, lay it down approximately, hold one end, and pull the paper out. And with the water, you got a little bit of time to get it approximately where you want it. You need a nice lint-free cloth, like a microfiber towel. Get it in place, hold one end, and just kind of dab the water out. All right, we got our decal on there. It's right where we want it. It's nice and flat. Now I need to let this dry overnight. Make sure all the water's gone before you finish it. And then you're gonna put the same type of finish on there you had before that's on the decal already and on the guitar. So you put your lacquer on there, a few coats, let it dry in between, and then when you're finally done, let it dry at least 3 or 4 days before you start wet sanding and buffing. And then it should come out really nice. Here we have one that's completed, it's mounted, everything is on there, the lacquer's on there, it's sanded, buffed, polished. Looks pretty cool. Okay. Serial number on the back. You're ready to go. Hey, thanks for stopping by RT Customs. Make sure to check us out online at SyracuseCustomGuitars.com. Thank you very much.